Yep, this is gonna be the nun kill. Yep.
You will be placed in a facility with other violent juvenile offenders.
Huh.
They could learn from their mistakes by thinking on their sins.
Oh, I see where they're...
Incarnate Lord.
Oh, this is gonna be rough. Not rough as in bad, but like...
You've suffered great pain in your young life.
Chucky's gonna come for us again.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 3 days since my last confession.
Yes, right.
Oh.
That's me in the corner.
Okay, I didn't expect it to go that way.
Chuckies are out there.
Oh, it's so cool.
Killer doll with a shady
Oh,
place.
look that. Okay, that looks really cool.
How many of you are there?
Wait, you got a
What
knife?
the
Yeah, I
fuck?
got a knife. They passed them out at orientation.
What
Don't
the
make
f...
me come back there.
Oh, that's so
I
cool.
was gonna take over the world, but weren't that bitch from hell.
Was that a bomb?
Glenda, it's so nice to see your sweet faces.
Mom, who the hell is Nika Pierce?
Oh my god.
Your mother is a psychotic murderer who thinks she's in love with me, and she chopped off all my limbs, and she's kept me trapped in here for a year. Mom's a murderer. Mom's a lesbian?
Okay, that's kind of fun. What the fuck is this place?
In our midst, and we must confront it.
Okay.
I'm the MVP of serial murder.
Okay, that's...
I've killed more people than you have Insta followers.
That's a little cringy, but...
Fighting.
Won't you just die, Chucky?
Okay, that should...
I am
Oh, that was such a cool shot on top of the truck. What the fuck was that?
Didn't even take me
The
3
green
days.
gas pump? Okay. Okay, that looked pretty cool. That was insanely cool. Holy shit, there's lots to touch on there. Okay, as I said, this is the Christian boarding school or church boarding school thing. Okay, there's not much to really touch on here besides there's multiple dolls at the boarding school, which will be cool. Yep, Chucky scaring the nun. Want to pray? Okay, yeah, so this is, I'm assuming, going to be like, you know, pre-boarding school, all that
You
stuff.
will be placed in a facility with other violent juvenile offenders.
This is obviously season 2, like as season 1 was like, you know, Child's Play 2 and kind of Child's Play 1. Like, you know, this is going to be like kind of inspired more or based on kind of, you know, call back to Child's Play 3 with like, you know, Andy on the bus and everything being shipped off and everything, and all of the kids being shipped off kind of to a place for violent juveniles. You know, that's going to be pretty interesting.
They could learn from their mistakes by thinking on their sins.
Yeah, see that right there, because obviously Dominant Scene's already touched on how like it's gonna be on his upbringing and all that stuff, and like, you know, obviously being like, you know, gay and everything, and then obviously like, you know, taking it to a like, you know, Christian boarding school and all that and everything, and their sins, and they decided to show this shot, so they're obviously trying to like, I'm assuming at least connect that kind of thing on how it's gonna be a bit.
Welcome to Incarnate Lord.
Then that's, I think, Laura Jean Korstetsky and everything is going to be playing one of the nuns, and she, I can already tell, is going to be so... She's not going to be a very happy character. But just based on this one shot, she could be the brightest person ever in the entire world, but right here, she just seems like she's going to be so, you know, anti our main characters. Okay, yep, here's them all arriving. It's kind of weird that they have a 3... like, you know, a small bus and it's just 3 people, but, you know, okay. Yep, them walking through the school. I do have a new video coming out on the images that were released in the SFX magazine, and I think this is, like, you know, this shot right here is a continuation or a past of the shot, you know, or before the shot that was mentioned in that, like, you know, whole magazine. Cool shot, though, them getting introduced into the boarding school. Okay, we saw this shot in the first... Yep, Devin Sawa's father Bryce walking through the halls, you know, actually not night inspection, it's broad daylight out.
Great pain in your young life.
Yep, suffer great pain, your great life. There's Jake in his new uniform and everything, all that. Likely this, I'm not sure if this is the first time he's seen the Chucky doll in the boarding school, but he does look kind of surprised, so I don't know if Father Bryce is hitting a specific spot in him, or he's seeing the dolls in the boarding school and that's kind of freaking him out. I don't know why, something about seeing creator of Child's Play was kind of cool to see. I also find it interesting, the whole new gold, yellow aesthetic and like the kind of logos and such. Yeah, Chucky's gonna come from us, all of them walking around the school, likely planning for what's gonna happen, maybe. Although I think the Chucky's gonna come for us line was said on the bus on the way to the boarding school.
Come for us again.
Yep, Jake and Devin and Lexi and Nadine. This does look like it's likely in class, I think, since it doesn't look like it's in like a church. It's technically in a church boarding school, but this seems to be more of sort of a library during like a class, maybe studying, although since they're not talking, likely a class. Nadine looks happy as ever until the fateful discovery happens, as everyone wants, like, you know, or eventually does inside Child's Play or the Chucky universe.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Yeah, you can tell Nadine does not give a flying fuck to be, like, you know, right here and everything. Obviously, nor does the priest, since he's, like, you know, chugging back some, like, you know, booze and everything.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, but this is so disappointing, because I thought they were just going to do, like, a cool thing where Chucky was going to be, like, you know, trying to confess, like, his sins to the priest and everything, but apparently it's going to be Nadine doing it, then Chucky and everything strangles him in the booth. But oh, I wish that was going to happen. Like, you know, Chucky confessing his sins and all that shit and everything, and then, like, you know, he goes and kills, or maybe one of the other dolls kill, like, you know, the priest while Chucky's doing it, but it'll be cool, you know, nonetheless.
Right.
Chucky obviously chokes, and Nadine realizes something's going wrong. I wonder if this is going to be when Nadine discovers it, kind of like, since I'm not sure how deeply they're going to, like, you know, go back to Child's Play 3 and reference, but obviously, I forgot what his character's name was, but then, like, you know, one kid that was very doubtful and kind of nerdy and everything in Child's Play 3 and everything, how he discovered near the end of the movie when the, Presto guy and everything, or not, his name wasn't Presto, but the guy got his throat slit and he discovers. I wonder if this is going to be Nadine's discovery for Chucky or a dead body or something.
That's me in the corner.
Okay, there's USX, likely a Chucky doll arriving at Tiffany's estate or mansion.
Don't know how many Chuckies are out there.
Or that might be arriving at the boarding school. We've seen some of this new shot right here of likely them, like, you know, hitting the floor of the truck and everything to go stop Andy from destroying the truck. Or that may actually, that might have been inside the school, possibly. I don't know, maybe. Chucky running in the halls of the boarding school, pretty dope. Then there's Chucky flipping. That shot looks, that, like, doll right there looks so good, because he actually looks like creepy and, like, demonic and scary. We have a Jack in the Box, you know, Child's Play 2 poster. Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back and everything. Super cool. This is likely when he scares, like, the nun, or I'm not sure. Although it does look like I could see maybe curly hair right here, so maybe it's Jake. Although there's been a theory, and I did want to mention in a video, that, like, you know, or a supposed leaked scene where Jake got, like, you know, knocked out, supposedly, when he was caught with Devin. It sounds like a kind of a bit of a dark scene, but where he's knocked out by a nun or something, which seems like something Laura Jean Corsetti's character would do, since she already seems a bit, you know, a bit miserable and, like, you know, against our characters and everything, anti our characters. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the case and everything, although I don't know why she'd be in, I don't know. But definitely, like I said, I love the design of the doll right there, and he's, like, flipping off someone. I do wonder who he's flipping off, maybe Jake, Devin, Lexi. I'm not sure. Let's see, move on. Okay, that shot looks so cool, but back it up a little. Okay, there's Jake looking, Lexi obviously. Wonder if this is after, like, a murder or a death inside the boarding school and everything, or maybe something else. I don't know 100%. Although he does look kind of like revolts back, or I guess, I'm not sure what the word is. Like, he kind of, I don't know. Yeah, like, he looks back kind of, like, you know, weirded out or something like that. So I wonder what that's all about. Okay, that shot right there. Okay, not that one. We just, okay, where Chucky, like, oh, wait, is this a, yeah, this is a fireplace and everything. What's that? Okay, that looks to be an iPhone or just a phone in general. I'm not sure what brand it exactly is, but Chucky, like, goes up through the fireplace and everything, and I love this shot. There's so many cool shots so far, and there's another one that I definitely want to take a look at that seems to be a callback to Child's Play 2, or if not a callback, it at least reminds me a ton of it. But yeah, Chucky going up through the fireplace. I wish this was during the, like, the Christmas episode. He's like, you know, like Santa and everything. He's coming down. He sets someone on fire in the fireplace. I'm getting a bit off track, but yeah, Chucky in the fireplace.
Another killer doll with a shady plan.
Wait. Okay, that's cool, but wait.
A shady plan. Great. Another killer doll with a shady plan.
Another killer doll with a shady plan, I think she says. Let's see.
Another killer doll with a shady plan.
Okay, I can't trust on the... Yeah, I definitely cannot trust on the subtitles there. But I think she said another doll with a shady plan, so I do wonder if it's one of the Chucky dolls, or maybe when she says another doll, she's referring to Tiffany Bride doll, or the Tiffany Bride doll, which could be possible, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Then we obviously have, like, you know, Jake inside the boarding school and everything, likely at night and everything. He gets attacked by one of the Chucky dolls. Yeah, right there. Devin obviously stabbing down the Chucky doll. Let me go back and see if there's anything I missed right here. Okay, Jake getting knocked out. Because like I said, there was a supposed leak of Jake being knocked down on the ground. I do wonder if maybe Chucky knocks him out, or if this is just a fall struggle and everything, and then he defeats Chucky or throws him off him or something like that. Okay, obviously Devin stabbing down Chucky, as we saw in the first trailer. Okay. So I wonder how this is going to go, because we have Lexi in the background. We have Jake right here saying, like, you know, how many of you are there and everything. This shot is really cool. I don't know why, with, like, Jake's reflection and the knife staring at Chucky. I don't know if that was intentional, likely, but it's really creative in my opinion. I love that. Chucky laughing at that. Oh my god, what the fuck is this doll? Like, this looks so insane. Like, this looks scary. Like, it just looks creepy. The Chucky, like a bald Chucky doll. I'm pretty sure we've seen it before. We've definitely seen a Chucky with a fucked up haircut. But a Chucky with no hair at all, I don't think we've seen. But it looks so just weird. Just so, like, oh my god. Okay, so that's clearly in the back of the truck. Like, you know, the back of the, like, you know, delivery, UFX truck or whatever with Andy. And obviously the bride doll and all the Chucky dolls coming alive and all that. God, that looks so weird.
You got a knife?
You got a knife? Dude, that so reminds me of, like, the Chucky doll that had the fucked up haircut and, like, Cult of Chucky. How he's, like, the outlier and everything. And he's like, he got a knife, and it's like...
Yeah, I got a knife. They passed him out at orientation.
Yeah, they passed him out at orientation. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god, that just looks so fucking funny, but scary at the same time.
Don't make.
Yeah, then Tiffany, bride doll going, like, you know, don't make me come back there. Obviously pointing the gun still at Andy. I wonder if when she looks back, that's when he turns and jerks the truck and everything, because obviously it'd probably be a perfect timing, and I wonder if that's how the scene will go.
Me come back there.
Yeah, don't make me come back there. Tiffany's house. I thought that was barbed wire for a second, but just a normal gate.
I was gonna take over.
Okay, so... let me see. Yeah, that looks like a bomb. So I wonder if that's the gas grenade or green gas grenade, like, you know, lets off inside of a house. So let's see. So Tiffany's house. Okay, so yeah, that does look like Tiffany's house. So that's Chucky inside of Tiffany's house. Or like I said, it very much looks like it's inside of Tiffany's house. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe not, but...
Gonna take over the world.
Yeah, like I said, a bomb.
The warping that bitch from hell. The world, the warping that bitch from hell.
I wonder what he says right here.
Take over the world, the warping that bitch from hell.
I was gonna take over the world.
That bitch from hell. The world, the warping that bitch from hell.
I don't know what he says there. I'm just like, I just can't, like, make out of what he's saying.
The world, the warping that bitch from hell.
With the orphan and the... I have absolutely no clue. I wonder if anyone's rolling a dice on what he said there, because I have absolutely no clue. Also, I hope... Wait, let me change screens for a second. I just need to check something real quick. Let me see. Okay, I just want to turn on live chat for just that. So, yep, live chat on. And let's get back to talking about the trailer. Okay, Tiffany entering the room. Like I said, I can't tell 100% what Chucky said there. I just don't know. Let's see. Okay, there's Glenn and Glenda arriving.
Glenda,
That's...
it's so nice to see your sweet faces.
Okay. Okay, so let's look more at that. So obviously that's the scene I broke down like a few days ago in the kind of new TV spot. Tiffany looking insane as usual. Okay, there's like, you know, obviously Tiffany after killing that one guy that comes to visit, likely. Glenn and Glenda.
Nice to see your sweet faces. Mom?
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Like, the looks are so cool in my opinion. I just love it.
Who the hell is Nika Pierce?
Okay, yeah. I think, like, obviously they address it more in the trailer, but you could so tell right here who is Glenn and who is Glenda. Like, you could so tell. At least, like, unless they're going to throw a complete curveball, because they don't mention who is Glenn and Glenda, but you could just really tell based off attitude, demeanor, and in general just how they act. So, mom, who is Nika Pierce, obviously Tiffany, looking surprised and odded out by that. Looking like she's about to spill her drink. Okay, so... Okay, here's Glenn right here. Oh. Okay, Glenn right here behind Nika. I don't know why I'm pointing the screen. You guys can't even see that. But Glenn behind Nika. Nika looking up at likely Glenda. And obviously Glenda's just going to say, yeah, fuck you. Because obviously that's how I perceive Glenda as and everything. Because obviously Glenda's the more, at least in my opinion, based on how I see, more cold, shut out and everything. Obviously Glenn more, passionate, more caring, kind of, and less of a killer. We haven't seen Glenda kill, although obviously they watched their mom, like, literally bashing some guy's skull at the end of, like, you know, Seed of Chucky. So, you know, obviously Glenda's likely just going to laugh off Nika and just go, yeah, right, shut up. Or slap her, something like that. And I wonder if this is the scene I saw in the pictures or the teaser walking through Tiffany's house of, like, you know, Nika with the mechanical or metal animatronic bionic arms, whatever. I do wonder, but we'll have to see. But like I said, Glenn, Glenda, and maybe Tiffany in front of her, and obviously, like I said, Glenda might not really care about Nika's situation all that much. Although she did seem kind of concerned, like, who the hell is Nika Pierce? So I don't know.
Mother is a psychotic murderer who thinks she's a...
Okay, so we don't see the mechanical arms. So, okay, so this might just be a different situation. I don't know, the mechanical metal arms still could happen, but obviously, like I said, right here we're gonna be able to like see. Yeah, we have like I said, likely Glenda right here, Glenn, and I don't know why I love their outfits. Obviously, you know, it's one person acting, at least I think, but I just love their outfits. They look really cool. Obviously, we have Nika right here, and God, her situation is just so fucked.
In love with me and she chopped off all my limbs and she's kept me trapped in here for a year.
Yes, so your mother is a murderer, crazy murderer, and she's chopped off my limbs and kept me here for years. So this is the scene where, like, you really kind of, like, wonder who is Glenn or Glenda, at least in my opinion.
Mom's a murderer.
Yeah, mom's a murderer.
Mom's a lesbian?
Yeah, like, just the way, like... Because, okay, like I took it as like kind of funny at first, which obviously it is. It just is. But the way you have like Glenn would react going, which obviously Glenn kind of should have known their mom was a murderer in the first place because of past material, but unless there's that whole theory of like, you know, each new person that they're transferred to, or Chucky or Tiffany are transferred to, it's kind of a new person but same. I don't know, but you can tell how they react. Like obviously Glenn goes, mom's a murderer, as in like, you know, looking shocked as like, you know, a murderer. Well, Glenda kind of takes it a little bit more softly and just goes, murderer, okay, that's fine, but mom's a lesbian, like all of that. Like, it just, the way they address the situation, it just seems you can really tell who is who, at least in my opinion. They don't directly address, but based on how each handled the situation, it seems like this is Glenda and this is Glenn, at least in my opinion. And based on how they, like, handle the situation, obviously, Glenn, it seems more, you know, frightened, more calm, kind of. And then obviously Glenda more angry and kind of like joking more around with the situation, or not taking it as seriously with the murderer such. But it's kind of funny. Like I said, it's kind of funny. Okay, this was so confusing. Like, what the hell is this? You have all of these Chucky heads and shit all just like hanging around and like, you know, on spikes and all of this hanging. Now, I have a bit of a crazy theory with this. Now, level with me, or, you know, hear me out when I bring up this theory. But, and this is a big but, when I was reading through the Chucky comments, or not the comments, the Chucky comics for, the what happened to Jesse and Jade after Seed of Chucky or Bride of Chucky video, it did seem like Jade became psychotically, like, heavy against Chucky dolls and everything. Like, she was locked and loaded with flamethrowers, you know, torture rooms, like, you know, incinerator rooms, all of that shit. And I just don't feel like this is something Andy would do. I mean, he kind of kept a Chucky doll hostage, a Chucky head hostage, and all of that shit. But I don't feel like he would do this. But I wonder if this is something Jesse and Jade would do after all the Chucky dolls they killed. Yet again, a huge leap and everything, and a huge jump to make off with all this shit right here and everything. Hell, maybe this is the aftermath of Andy taking on all those dolls and everything, although this kind of looks a bit like the church boarding school right here, which, you know, maybe, may not, although it's hard to believe they would have this around. But it looks like Devin and Lexi are on, like, kind of a travel journey. So I wonder if they got away from, like, you know, the boarding school for a minute, or maybe this is before they go. And I do wonder if maybe Jesse and Jade has, like, a house out in the, like, you know, woods or something. Now, obviously, we don't know if Jade's ever going to return, or if maybe it's a recast and everything, because, like, you know, the whole Katherine Heigl thing is up in the air. Although the actor behind Jesse, I can't think of his name exactly, but he was spotted on set with Dom Mancini. It's been said ever since then, or theorized ever since then, that he will be coming back. So I think it's 100% possible this could be that and everything. And this is when they meet Jesse and maybe Jade if Katherine Heigl comes back. Very unlikely, since I feel that would have been, like, you know, leaked, spoiler something, or a recasted Jesse or recasted Jade. But nothing comes out. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. But like I said, could be the aftermath of Andy versus the dolls, or whatever. Maybe a whole new Chucky enemy, or Chucky, like, you know, someone that's on, like, you know, our kids' side, and, like, you know, Andy's side, Kyle's side, and all of that. I don't know. Maybe it's Andy's mom. Highly unlikely. That's even less likely than the Jesse and Jade thing. But, yeah, moving on. And also this outhouse right here could be, like, you know, where Jade tortures the dolls, or Jesse does. I don't know. Also, I wonder if this is the ball doll from the Andy, like, you know, Chucky versus, and Bride doll versus and everything. I don't know. Maybe. Moving on. Yeah, all of them walking through the, like, you know, the whole thing, looking at everything, all the swinging Chucky heads. This looks so creepy. Although, like, you know, like Lexi still has a uniform on, and so does, like, you know, Devin. So, like, that just looks so fucked. It looks, after reading the Chucky comic, this so looks like something Jade would do. Because Jessie, not so much, maybe. But Jade looked so much like she would do this. That looks so fucked. Okay, obviously, like, you know, Jake looks like after a fight with Chucky or a fight after someone walking through the entire church or Christian boarding school, whatever. Okay, so this right here is a big one, a really, really big one. So Screen Rant released a article a few months ago, or maybe a month ago, or a few weeks, I don't know. But they released an article on a exorcism of Chucky, which obviously makes perfect sense inside of a like a Christian boarding school, church, and everything, all of that. So I do heavily wonder if this is like if it's true, which obviously based on like a image released by Dom Mancini or like, you know, Zachary Arthur, Jake, obviously, of him like, you know, making a cross towards like, you know, a Chucky doll inside of like on like an altar or something. And obviously Devin saw why here doing like kind of a verse from the Bible or some stuff like that. So I think it would make perfect sense. And I do wonder heavily if that's what's going on here. Like maybe like these could be other priests behind him, but I wonder if this is Jake and this is Andy. Yet again, a huge leap, but I do wonder if this is an exorcism of the doll, and like, you know, Father Bryce or Devin Sawa's character actually helps them with it and realizes, holy shit, this doll's alive, holy water and everything, exorcise him, exorcise this bitch, as, you know, it was said in the movie A Haunted House, some shit like that. But let's continue. Okay, we obviously have Chucky under the bed of one of the people inside the, like, you know, boarding school and everything, or maybe Lexi's house, Devin's house, or Jake's house before they're shipped off to the boarding school. Who knows? This reminds me of the shot in season 1 where, like, you know, Chucky's stabbing up towards Junior and Lexi. You know, could be a callback to season 1. I don't know. Okay, Chucky. It looks at least like Chucky opening up his arsenal. Yep, Chucky opening up his arsenal of weapons. Okay, it looks interesting. Oh my god, was that... Okay, I didn't see that. I kind of thought Chucky looks awesome here, by the way. I like just a scary fucking face. Okay, yeah, Wait a second. I'll assume he's holding a knife right here, unless he throws the second knife or whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, Chucky right here throws throwing knives right at the doors. Devin and Jake are trying to, like, you know, hold the door shut. I do wonder if this is during, like, the final showdown, or, because obviously, like, you know, Chucky reveals himself, he's going crazy, everyone trying to hold down their rooms, Chucky's throwing knives and everything, or this could be during a segment where, like, Jake and Devin are alone, and Chucky comes after them and everything. That is 100% possible, and more likely, since I doubt they'd show stuff from, like, the literal finale, or close to the finale and everything, but who knows. Okay, Jake looking up in the knives. Okay, so this scene right here. MVP of serial killers. Okay, so yeah, this makes a lot of sense. So, okay, Chucky leaving the room. Someone barricaded him out, but he got in. All of that. Wonder if he killed someone, possibly. I don't know. Okay, so this scene right here, this is a kind of like the scene earlier that we saw where, like, you know, Jake and Lexi had Chucky tied up. And obviously now Devin is in on this thing also, or maybe he wasn't at first, but later became in on it. But he obviously stabs down on the, I'm not sure if that's the Bible or whatever, maybe, I don't know. But he obviously is, like, you know, Chucky tied up and everything. They'll have him tied up. So I wonder if this is, like, something they're going to try to hide from, like, all, like, you know, Father Bryce and all of the priests and nuns and pastors and all that, at, like, in the boarding school, all of that, which is 100% possible. And this kind of reminds me of Andy with, like, you know, the Chucky doll, how it's like a doll that he has, like, you know, trapped. And they're, like, taunting and talking to. Although they're probably going to be more tempted to get information rather than just fucking with it. So, you know.
I mean, I've
Yeah, there's Devin looking down at Chucky.
killed more people than you have Insta followers.
Oh, that's so... That reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing, where it's like they try to like slide the this, like, you know, modern age stuff under the door to, like, you know, get you into it. But I didn't love that I don't know. I guess it's kind of cool. I guess I guess that's kind of funny if you like, you know. Okay, there's Jake stabbing likely down at Jake.
Never stop fighting.
And like I said, I absolutely love his like terrifying face. There's so many good Chucky shots here. People have been criticizing, I'll make a video on this, like, you know, maybe soon or maybe, I don't know, whenever. But people have been saying that the animation or animatronic work looks, or puppeteering work, looks a little odd, like, you know, in certain areas. Not all, but certain areas. But I'm not gonna lie, the design and the faces he makes in this trailer, like the scariest fuck demonic faces, look actually really cool. And Chucky, like I said, this definitely is Jake right here stabbing down. I'm not sure if he'll actually impale him. Likely not. And if this is the bathtub right here, we did see a shot in one of the trailers where Chucky might be crawling out of a bathtub. So maybe that's the scene right here where Chucky calls out and then, like, you know, attacks Jake and everything. But like I said, I absolutely love Chucky's face right there. This is likely Jake talking to Father Bryson or anything, and just all of that. We got another picture like that, I think, in an Entertainment Weekly article.
Never stop fighting.
Okay, so I'll never stop fighting. Okay, so this is kind of weird. Wait. So Devin goes. Okay, so this is likely pre-boarding school, 100% because Caroline's in the shot. But, like, actually, let me get a drink of water, actually. Been talking for a while. But we have Devin right here, like, you know, shocking one of the Chucky dolls and everything, and, like, with his taser, which I'm surprised he got out of the explosion of, like, you know, Tiffany and Chucky's house or anything in season 1. Unless he just went and bought a new one or he just had it in his pocket. I don't know. Actually, I think Nika had his taser. So I don't know how that'll work. But yeah, like, he could have gotten a new one. But moving on. Like I said, pre-boarding school with Devin, like, you know, tasering. Although it looks like Chucky has a reaction here. Like, he actually, like, screams. Yeah, it looks like, it sounds like he has a react. That's another big shot. Caroline right here, shocking the Chucky doll. Although, what's this string right here? Like, it looks like a string, like, follows him. I guess we'll move on. Yeah, we obviously have, like, you know, Lexi smashing down the bride doll and everything. Like, so they're gonna get the, bride doll shipped to Caroline and Lexi, obviously, as, like, you know, before pre-boarding school or, like, you know, all of that. Lexi smashes it down. Obviously, Caroline should know at this point, obviously, that the dolls are not on their side. Although, maybe not, and I think she gets pissed at Lexi for this. All this, like I said, this is pre-boarding school. We got another image like this in the SFX issue or magazine with Lexi with the doll, which I'll likely cover tomorrow or, like, you know, Friday, likely. And, you know, this trailer, wow, like, it's a long trailer, so I'll hopefully get a video of that soon. Lexi smashing on the bride doll and all that and everything.
Won't you just die, Chucky? Won't you just die, Chucky?
Won't you just die, Chucky? And Tiffany looks pretty emotional, so I wonder what this is, like, you know, gonna be like. You know, Tiffany going, won't you just die, Chucky, and all that. So that'll be a pretty interesting scene. Although she's in the same outfit from well, looks like the same outfit from the night of the, you know, whole, you know, season 1 finale and everything, episode 8, a something to be remembered, I forgot. But I wonder if this is maybe Chucky criticizing Tiffany after, like, you know, screwing up that whole thing. And then Tiffany's like, won't you just die already, Chucky, and all of that. She goes to her, like, you know, mansion estate or whatever. And then all of that happens. Or maybe this is later on the season. I don't know. But it is possible. Also, she does wear the same outfit when she's, like, you know, coming down the stairs to her friends, like Sunstrack and all of them. Which, in, like, yeah, we discussed in one of the other, like, you know, Tiffany tour videos or such. So, it could be one or the other. Okay, so here's... This heavily looks like Nika in Chucky mode. Although I do wonder, like, wait. Okay, so right here. Right here. It looks like she's lunging a metal arm. So, as I said, I did make a video on Nika, like, you know, stabbing Tiffany's eye out. Or someone stabbing Tiffany's eye out. I so wonder if this is the situation where, like, you know, Chucky or Nika stabbed Tiffany in the eye and everything. Because, like I said, this so looks like a mechanical armor like or such and everything, which I do wonder. Oh, this looks so cool. Like I said, I'm heavily thinking that like if she goes and stabs Nika in the eye, or not Nika in the eye, Tiffany in the eye, I really wonder. Oh, I forgot. I didn't notice anything in the background, but we have like, you know, the Tiffany bride doll, like, you know, smiling with the iconic, obviously, like, you know, blacked out lips and everything. Okay, we have like, you know, Andy in the car, the delivery vehicle. Okay, so this right here heavily reminds me of Child's Play 2 when Chucky gets his, like, you know, is crawling up the, I don't know what it's necessarily is called, the elevator, the escalator, something, after Andy while they're inside the, like, you know, Good Guy doll manufacturing, like, you know, factory. This heavily reminds me of it when he's, like, you know, going up with his, like, you know, the knife stabbing, and going, like, you know, up. This heavily reminds me of that. I don't think he had the knife in his mouth, although he might have, but I do remember he was stabbing up it and everything, which could be one of the dolls doing in the background, but so cool. And like I said, I love the Chucky design right here. Obviously, all the dolls coming after Andy on the truck and everything, obviously get him to not destroy the whole thing. Okay, there's obviously Laura Jean Korstetsky's character right there. Wait, what does he say there? I am risen. Oh, that's so cool. And obviously, I wonder if this is Laura Jean Korstetsky's character seeing Chucky rise up and everything, which could be it. Yeah, that could be it. Although it looks like he has some torn cloth right here. So, like, he has risen, all of that and everything. I'm assuming he's going to kill her right off the bat and everything, unless someone comes in to save her. I don't know. Maybe. But, yeah, this looks like it's in the same scene. Like, you know, she looks stunned, scared, or something like that. And sees the doll rise up, which makes a lot of sense. Unless this is after he stabs her and she falls to the ground, maybe. That's such a funny thing. Obviously, Alexi screaming right here. Nika moving. Oh, it looks like you can see a frame, maybe, of, like, shit looks so weird, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, it looks like maybe you could see a metal animatronic bionic arm or something right here. Because obviously the whole thing was like, how in the hell is she getting away? I could swear I saw a theory that she was flying once. But, but yeah, I don't know. I really heavily think she's going to get some form of arm replacement, which does make sense. Because obviously if she gets an arm replacement to, like, you know, help Tiffany with tasks, but also not be able to run away because she could, like, you know, not give her any legs or any leg bionics or animatronics or metals or whatever. But, you know, it makes sense because Tiffany could take the arms off whenever she wants or such. Maybe one of the times when Tiffany goes to get close to take the arms off, Nika or Chucky will go up and stab her in the eye. I don't know, possible. Obviously, we have Chucky loading up a bomb right here, which is... Never thought I'd see that and everything. I don't think he's ever done a bomb kill before. I think he's done explosions, but I'm not sure of bombs. But yeah, he goes to press down a button. Explodes a house. I do wonder whose house this is right here. I do assume it's either Lexi, Jake, Devon's. I couldn't imagine Tiffany, since obviously she has that huge estate and everything. So I do wonder whose house this is. Maybe it's just a random house and Chucky just kills someone right off the bat just randomly. I don't know. But, let's see next.
And it didn't even take me 3 days.
Oh, yeah, there's another church joke, Christian joke, and that's kind of funny. It didn't even take 3 days. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, that's when he rises. We see the torn cloth right here. That's so cool. This is my real... Oh, that's kind of funny. But yeah, that was the Chucky Season 2 new trailer. I actually like that. That was pretty good. Here we have, like I said, the Chucky thing. Jack in the Boxes, a bunch of weapons, pentagrams, the Heart of Damballa artifact right here. Tiffany Bride's all a bunch of weapons. Glenda right here on the armrest. And obviously the ruler from Child's Play 2, which I can't remember the teacher's name right now and everything, but definitely seems like a callback to me, or a callback to that in my opinion. So yeah, that's all I could really... We see a rat right here, but I'm not sure if that really calls back to anything Child's Play. But, oh, we see some scalpels right here used as... I think a scalpel was used as a weapon in Child's Play 1, I think. Yeah, I think in Child's Play 1, when he killed that one doctor, psychiatrist, or whatever the hell. We have some bats right here. I'm literally finding a new thing about this every like 5 seconds. Oh, not 5 seconds, but every few minutes. Bunch of skulls, scalpels, like I said. That's all I could pick out from this or anything. But make sure to let me know if you guys, like, you know, have found anything